Hey, it's Michael. Hey, I got a really good one for you this time. This is a clip from one of my favorite concerts of the 80s. It was called the Moscow Music Peace Festival, and I was going to pull this up. So this concert was put together in Moscow, or the concert was in Moscow, and the groups that were there in 1989, the groups that were there were Skid Row, Gorky Park, which is a Russian metal group or hard rock group, Cinderella, Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne, The Scorpions, and Bon Jovi. And then at the end there was a jam where they played 4 songs, and that also included different members of the different groups, along with Jason Bonham, who some of you might know. Jason Bonham is a drummer who is the son of John Bonham, who was the original drummer in Led Zeppelin. Jason Bonham plays in lots of different music groups today. He's most recently, I think, was in Chickenfoot with Joe Satriani and Sammy Hagar, and he's also in one of my favorite movies called Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg. He's the drummer in that. So anyways, the Moscow Music Peace Festival was a huge festival that was put on in Moscow. Over 100,000 fans. It was a 2-day festival. This was the first concert that the participants were allowed to not remain seated. In Moscow at that time, it was basically a prison. You were not allowed to leave. Things were starting to change, and they were able to bring this concert to Moscow, and the first time that anyone in that country had seen these musicians. Again, we didn't have the internet. We had MTV. I don't know if they had MTV in Moscow. I would doubt it. Some of the kids there had access to underground recordings of this music, or maybe they recorded it on a cassette and their friends shared it and copied it and so on. But there really wasn't access to the music of these bands unless you really were focused on getting it. And for them to have over 100,000 people show up, anyways, there's a whole home video, VHS or DVD, not DVD, but a VHS that was made, and I'm going to be doing reactions to a lot of these performances from the Moscow Music Peace Festival. I'll give you more details about it, all the underlying backstory and the fights and there's so many things that I could tell you about this. But I want you to see this one. I think it's really great. And again, this is Skid Row. And this is actually the song they closed their set with. They only did 6 songs. They did Making a Mess, Piece of Me, Big Guns, Holidays in the Sun, which is a Sex Pistols song. And then they finished with 18 in Life and Youth Gone Wild. Those are the 2 biggest songs. This is Sebastian Bach singing, the original singer. And this is just really vintage stuff. And wait till you see the reactions on the faces of the crowd.
Oh yeah! Don't drink and drive!
They started it a little early.
All the people who have ever been put down or shut up or told what to do, you are the youth! Since I was birth, they couldn't hold me down. Another screaming in my ear about who I'm supposed to be. Get a big beach Wall Street style, sound you look just like me. I said hi in my own, now some of you wanna know what I tell you about. Got a new leash to Skid Row. 'Cause I look and see it, now let me know.
I love this so much. The crowd is just so wild. They're so excited, and an American flag in Russia in the crowd. I don't know if you saw that. You can see the guards that, you know, they're just so like straight-laced, straight-faced. They certainly know they're not going to be able to control this crowd, and it's just really super cool to me. This stage was designed by my favorite artist, Peter Max. He's probably the most famous artist still living today. Today is July 13th, 2022. Peter Max is still alive. I think he's 84 years old. He has dementia. But he's probably the most famous living artist today, and has been famous for at least 50 years. He did this stage back in 1989. Those stars that you see are kind of a trademark of him, and he did the entire stage at 6 stories high. The floor is the reverse of this. It's a white floor with stars all over it there. There's even a place you can see where he signed his autograph on the stage. Peter Max has done so many things. I'm not going to get into all the details here because I'll just gush about him. But he is an incredible artist. He's done airplanes. He's done ships. He's done. He was hired to do the paint images of the Statue of Liberty back when the Statue of Liberty was the 200-year anniversary of the Statue of Liberty, when it was being renovated. In fact, here's a book that I have about the renovation, the restoration of the Statue of Liberty. I wish I had a Peter Max painting. I don't, but I can tell you this, you might not know, I'm 500 paintings. One of my paintings of the Eiffel Tower is actually purchased by a collector of mine that I have, and that painting is hanging next to 2 Peter Max paintings that she owns, which kind of makes me feel good. Anyways, this concert is just killer. I just love this performance. They're all just young and energetic, and their voices sound great. Their instruments sound great. Let's see how the rest of the song goes. my gosh, there's Peter Max right there. It's so crazy to see Peter Max in this crowd. That's so, in this like group of musicians. So crazy, so crazy. Anyways, that's your opening act. Skid Row, prime, in their prime, 1989. That's your opening act for the Moscow Music Peace Festival. Tell me what you think. I just love this concert. Tell me if you'd like to see some other performances from this show. It's probably not something you've ever seen. Most people have not seen it, and it's my absolute favorite. So I appreciate your comments and appreciate you subscribing. Thank you.